Hello and welcome to Coding4Success. In this video, we're going to learn how to start using CSS. We're going to learn how to structure it and how to select the HTML elements. And we're going to learn the difference between the kinds of selectors. Let's get started. So here I'm in the Coding4Success editor, and I'm just going to write some simple HTML here. Let's say I want to make these headings red. To do this, we don't have to write anything special. We can go straight to our CSS and just select H1, just like that, by literally just writing H1. And then to start styling the H1, we need to do curly brackets. And in between here is where we're going to write our styles. So I'm going to indent a little. So we said we want to give it a color of red. If we take a look, our headings are red. But now let's say I only want this first one to be red. That's where we need these selectors. So there are two main kinds of selectors. There are classes and there are IDs. Classes are a little more flexible than IDs because you can put the same class on multiple elements, whereas you can only put one specific kind of ID on a specific element. So you can't have the same ID for more than one element. So let's just get rid of this. And to make a class, we just have to go into the opening tag here, and we're going to write class equals quotations, and in here we're going to write the name of our class. So we can do anything. I'm just going to name it first heading. Now it's important to note that you cannot put a space here, because then that's going to register as two different classes, first and heading. But we want this to be one class. We want it to be first heading. So to distinguish one word from the other, you can either use a dash, an underscore, or you can use camel case, which is what I'm doing right here. And now that we have this class, we can select it. We can do first heading, curly brackets, just like last time. And then in here, let's just do color red. Before we move on, I should probably mention that when you're styling in CSS, this will be the structure usually. So it's usually the name of what you're styling, so it'd be like the style, then these colons, and then the value you want, so what kind of style you're doing. So in this case, the style is the color, and your value is red, so we would just like write red or something. And then you need a semicolon to close it. So now that we've established that, you'll notice that there's nothing happening here. That's because when you're selecting a class, you need to put a dot in front of it. And now the heading is red. Now, if we wanted both of these to be red again, we could easily just copy this class and put it here. This is what I was talking about earlier when I said that classes are more flexible than IDs. It's because you can put the same class on multiple things and the style will carry over. However, if I wanted to do this with an ID, and IDs are the same as classes pretty much in terms of how you write them. You just write ID instead. And so if you put these as IDs, in CSS you select IDs with a hashtag. And just like that. So this shouldn't work because you can only have, one specific ID on one specific element. So this won't work. Now if we move back to classes, you'll see that it works again. And that's all for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.